of analysis if yung data collected are coming now from the sample. Otherwise, if yung data collected natin comprising the whole population or the total population, so hindi na natin kailangan gamitin tong inferential stat. But instead, so we make use now of the descriptive now analysis. So in other words, statistical inference is the procedure so by which we reach a conclusion about the population on the basis now of the information contained in a sample that has been drawn from that given now population. So, dalawa lang yung purpose natin for the inferential stat. One would be the estimation of the population parameter from sample data, and the other one would be for the test of hypothesis. So, in applications, so ang ginagamit natin would be yung tinatawag natin na testing of hypothesis. So, there should be no standard procedure or steps in testing hypothesis. So, different scholars or statistician make use of different step now in conducting now testing of hypothesis. So some make use of anim na steps or anim na procedure. For some, they limit it just for 5 steps, while others, apat lang yung ginagamit. But more or less, umiikot lang siya into 4 steps. The most commonly used steps would be presented now later. So, hypothesis testing is a mathematical model for testing a claim, ideas, or hypothesis so about a parameter of interest in a given population. So, using data measured now in a sample set. So, ang purpose ito is to generalize the entire population so by only using now samples data. Yeah. So it is a process of deciding statistically whether the findings of an investigation reflect chance or real effect at a given now level now of probability. So in hypothesis testing, sabi ko nga, wala siyang standard procedure or standard step, but mostly umiikot lang siya into 4 steps. Of course, so the first thing to do is to identify now yung tinatawag natin na hypothesis. So, dalawang klase yung hypothesis in testing. One would be yung null hypothesis, and then the other one would be the alternative hypothesis. So, we defined null to be a statement of no difference between the variables or they are not related. So, madalas natin sinasabi, so in this hypothesis would be yung word na there is no significant difference or simply there is no significant relationship between or among or between or among now the given now variables. So mathematically, so we make use now of the equal sign so to denote now no difference now so between or among now the given now variables. So in null, so constant lang yung inequality na ginagamit natin so which is the equal now sign. On the other hand, an alternative hypothesis is defined to be a claim about the population, so which is contradictory now to the null hypothesis, di ba? If in the null hypothesis, So, constant lang siya dun sa equality sign. Sa alternative, meron tayong tatlong inequality sign na ginagamit, di ba? So, that would be yung greater than sign, yung less than sign, and the not equal now sign. So, once we already defined now yung hypothesis natin, so the next thing to do now is to set now the criteria. So there are two options for a decision. One will be yung nire-reject natin yung HO or we say we cannot accept the HO. And then the other one would be is to reject or dinedecline natin si HO. So which is the null hypothesis. So these conclusions are all based upon a level now of probability. So which we call now the alpha level or simply yung tinatawag natin na significance level. So in research, so the most commonly used level of significance or simply the alpha level would be the alpha level equivalent now to the 0.05 or the alpha level so which is equal now to the 0.01. So the use now of this level depends now on the type now of study. So if the study concerns with say yung engineering field, education, so the social sciences, so the business and finance, so we apply yung tinatawag natin na alpha level, so which is equivalent now to the 0.05. While if yung area of study natin would be sa allied health or simply a medical study, of course, we apply yung alpha equivalent now to the 0.01. So because of the critical level now of the study, di ba? So it involves human life. So kaya we apply here now a much higher now alpha level for decision making. So which is the 0.01. So the decisions so would be based now on the critical value, so the p-value, and yung tinatawag natin na confidence level. So there are three types now of conditions so to make now decision so with respect now to the test, di ba? So sabi ko nga, so there should be a critical value, so the p-value, and the confidence level. So for classroom discussion, so ang madalas natin na nakikita would be yung tinatawag natin na critical value. But in application or in a real world situation, so we do not use this critical value. But instead, we make use now of the p-value. Di ba? So yung critical value, so this is the cutoff value that defines the boundaries so beyond which less than the set level now of significance. So that is nakikita natin siya dun sa mga appendix sections of any statistical book, di ba? Ito baga yung kumbaga pag nagmano-mano tayo ng computations, so automatically i-compare natin yung na-obtain natin na test value dito sa tinatawag na critical value. But nowadays, so wala nang gumagamit ng critical value sa research. But instead, in order to make decisions, so the scholars or simply researchers make use now of the p-value. So the p-value is defined as the probability of obtaining a sample outcome. So given that the value stated in the null hypothesis now is true. So for decision making processes, kino-compare lang natin 'tong p-value dun sa sinet natin na alpha level. So, that is if yung nakuha natin na p-value should be less than or equivalent now to the alpha level na na-set natin, nire-reject natin si HO. Otherwise, if greater than, ina-accept natin si HO. So, pag ni-reject natin si HO, ibig sabihin, yung test natin would be of significant. Di ba? So, once we already set now the criteria, so the next thing to do now is to calculate now yung tinatawag natin na test statistic. So, meron tayong dalawang type of test statistics. One would be yung tinatawag natin na parametric test and then the other one would be yung non-parametric test. So, ginagamit natin si parametric test if yung datasets natin would be of an interval or a ratio type now of data. While si non-para, applicable siya for the dataset, so which is considered to be a nominal type now of data or an ordinal type now of data. So once we already set now or computed now the test statistic, of course, the last thing to do now is to reach now a conclusion. So with the computed test statistics, so we decide now on the null hypothesis. So take note, so decision is always with respect now to the null. Hindi siya dun sa alternative hypothesis. So, sabi nga, if the p-value would be less than or equivalent now to 0, so we say that the test now would be significant. So, once we say the test would be significant, so we mean nire-reject natin si null hypothesis. So, let's have now an illustration. So, let's start now with the first type now of test, so which we called now the t-test. So a t-test is a type of inferential stat, so used to determine if there is a significant difference between the means of two groups, so which may be related in certain features. So the main purpose of the t-test in research is to make comparisons. So a test is used as a hypothesis testing tool, so which allows testing of an assumption applicable now to a populations. So meron tayong dalawang type of t-test. Isang type would be the independent sample t-test, and then the other type would be the dependent sample now t-test. So let's go first with the independent now sample t-test. So the independent sample t-test evaluates the difference between the means of two independent group. So pag sinabi natin independent group, so they are mutually exclusive. So meaning, yung grouping for the first group is different now from the groupings now from the second group. So, say for instance, si group 1 would be BSCPE 15. So, for the other group, it should be not the BSCPE 15, but it should be other CPE section. Say, CPE 14. Di ba? So the grouping variables divide cases into two mutually exclusive group or categories. So while the test variable, so define each case on some quantitative dimension. Di ba? So usually, yung grouping variable natin would be qualitative in nature. So meaning a nominal type. So it could be an interval type now of data or a ratio type now of data. Otherwise, kung hindi continuous yung data for the test variable, so we cannot apply now this type now of test. So let's have now an example. So before we proceed with the analysis, so paki-open muna nung Excel nyo and then, excuse me, paki-type nung data dun sa Excel worksheet nyo. So make use of two columns, one column for the set A and then another column now for the set B. And then let me know if done encoding. Okay, so let's perform now the independent now sample t-test. So using now the data analysis from Excel, di ba? So to perform the analysis, so we press now the data and then press natin yung data analysis. So for the independent, so meron tayong two types now of t-test. One would be called assuming now unequal variances. So in application or in a real world situation, so we always expect na yung variances for the two groups of data to be unequal. Kaya in my analysis, ang laging default option ko would be yung t-test sa two sample assuming now unequal now variances. So, ito yung default option natin. So, when performing now an independent now sample now t-test. So, may pressure now, okay. Since yan. So, idrag lang po natin yung lahat ng data for the set A up to the last value. Since si set A na si 1, automatically si set B si variable 2. So for the hypothesized mean difference, so this is constant. So which is always set to 0. So which denotes no significant difference so between variable 1 and variable 2. So check now for the alpha. For the label, sorry, not alpha. And if you notice, so naka-default na si alpha level at 0.05. So proceed na tayo kay output range. So for the output, hanap lang tayo ng vacant cell from the worksheet. So dito na lang kay F1. Diba? So we press her now. Okay. Yan na po siya. So we have here now the output or the result for the analysis. Di ba? So if you notice from the output, so napakarami niyang value. Of course, pag present na natin siya sa result section ng manuscript or ng research, hindi natin siya ipapakita as is. So, kailangan natin siya i-modify in such a way na madali siyang maiintindihan nung babasa nung paper nyo or nung result nyo. So, if you notice here pa, so, nakikita pa si critical value. Di ba? So, dalawa pa nga yung critical value. One for the one tail, and then one now for the two tail. But in some other statistical software, hindi na natin makikita si critical value. So, ang makikita na lang natin is yung tinatawag natin p-value. So, in other statistical software packages, hindi siya p-value ang lumalabas na sa output, but instead, significance level. So, in real-world problems, so naka-default yung p-value dun sa two-tail. Kaya in all my analysis, so two-tail yung ginagamit ko to make choice. So with respect now with the conduct now of the test. So this is how I modify now this output. Yan. Yan. So if I'm going to present it now with a panel or putting it now in a manuscript or with my mentee. So this is how I modified or presented now the results. Of course, so table format yung ginamit natin. And then if you notice, I only make use now here of a horizontal line. So I follow the APA format. So in an APA format, so yung presentation ng table should only use horizontal line. So kumbaga, open-ended table siya. So they are not allowing vertical line for the construction now of the table. Of course, dahil merong table, meron tayong table number. So together with the proper title now of the results, di ba? So we have here now set A, set B, and from the output, so kinuha ko lang yung value ng mean. Since ang purpose natin is to differentiate so these two type now of groupings. So which is the set A and the set B. So I add one column for the mean difference, so which cannot be found now from the output. But in some statistical software packages, available na po to si mean difference. By the way, si mean difference, it is just the difference so between the two sets now of groupings. So si mean difference, lagi siya presented in positive value. So kaya 21.6 minus 19.355, the difference would be of 2.245. So the same with the t-test value. If you notice from the output, yung na-obtain natin na t-test would be of a negative value. Di ba sabi ko nga, pwede siyang mag-interpret change dun sa pag-input natin nung datasets. Kaya for the test value, so this is also always presented na in positive now form. So we have right now the p-value where I said yung default option natin would always be the two-tailed test. And then the interpretation. So for the interpretation, kino-compare lang natin yung p-value over dun sa sinet natin na alpha level. Di ba? Pag ang p-value natin would be less than or equal now to the alpha level, ang interpretation natin is significant. So, pag significant siya, meaning to say, nire-reject natin si HO or the null hypothesis. So, that interpretation should always be with respect now to the null hypothesis. So ang common error, minsan, nagbe-base sila dun sa alternative hypothesis. No. So your rejection and acceptance should always be with respect now to the null. So since we have here now the result, so we can interpret now and analyze now the output. So sabi ko, an independent sample t-test was conducted to evaluate the hypothesis so that the mean diagonal measurement of painting received now in an art gallery so between the two sets are the same. So the test was significant, but the results were counter to the research now hypothesis. So the diagonal measurement of painting received now in an art gallery from, so typographical lang po to. So it should be set B. So if you notice from the set B, how the value would be of 21.60. On the average, is higher than those in the set A. So where set A should have 19.355. So table 1 shows the comparisons of the two groups. Okay, any question po? Okay, any question po? Wala. Let's go now dun sa other type now of t-test. So for the other type of t-test, so we call it now the dependent now sample t-test. So the dependent sample t-test is almost the same as the independent sample t-test. So pareho lang po yung purpose niya. So ang purpose is to evaluate whether the mean of the difference between level is significantly different now from zero, di ba? So, ang pagkakaiba niya is in terms now of the design, di ba? So, meron tayong dalawang type of studies na pwede natin gamitin tong dependent ng sample t-test. One would be the repeated measure, and then the other one would be the match subject now design. So, yung repeated measure, a participant is assessed on two occasions or under two conditions on one measure. So, that is, meron lang tayong isang group of respondent, pero meron tayong dalawang measures. So, madalas natin tong nakikita sa mga experimental studies, di ba? So, yung mga gumagamit ng pre-testing and post-testing, so asahan mo, when they make decisions, and then, gagamit sila ng data analysis, so ang makikita natin would be this dependent now sample now t-test, di ba? On the other hand, yung match subject designs, so participants are paid and each participant in the pair is assessed once on a measure. So, for the match subject design, although magkaiba tayo ng respondents or participants for the two groups, pero merong preconditions. So, dapat the same yung characteristics of the participants or the individuals in the two groups. At the same time, equal yung number of observations for the two groups. So, kung napansin nyo, dun sa example ko from the independent sample t-test, so, magkaiba yung number of observations for set A and then from set B. But still, we can perform the t-test so using now the independent now sample t-test. So, hindi natin siya pwede i-apply doon since for the dependent sample t-test, dapat equal yung number of observations. And then another conditions must be the persons or the individuals under study for the two groups must be identical or something na pareho ng characteristics, di ba? So say for example, if I make the first group to be all cum laudes, so automatically dapat cum laude din for the second group. So in that way, match sila. So we can perform a test and measure comparisons or differences so between now these two groups. Sa the same now with the twins, di ba? Say for example, may study tayo about twins yung respondent natin. Since yung twin is identical, so pwede natin siyang gamitan ng dependent now sample now t-test. So let's have now an example. So the case here now is about 30 individuals so who works now in different setting. So meron lang tayong isang group of respondent pero meron tayong dalawang measurement, di ba? So yung two measurements are yung rating nila for the salary level and then the other one now would be the rating now for the job security. Ang problem statement natin would be our employees more concerned on the average about job security or our salary level. And here are the data sets. So again, so before we proceed with the analysis, please excuse me. So the following data sets now in your Excel worksheet. So same file na lang. So hanap na lang kayo ng vacant cell from your existing file. Then, type nyo si salary level from one column and then another column for the job security. So, kahit hindi na si participant. Okay, are you done? Okay, so hindi pa tatapos. Yan. Okay na? Okay, so let's perform now. So the dependent of sample t-test. So using now the data analysis now from Excel. So the same. So we press the data and then press natin si data analysis. So for the dependent, we look for the t-test paid to sample now for means. Then we press here now okay. So if you notice, so pareho lang yung form, di ba? So meaning, pwede rin mag-interchange si salary level at job security either in one or in two. Since nasa unahan na si salary level, siya na lang yung gawin nating variable one. So drag lang natin yung lahat ng datasets from the Excel. So proceed now to the variable 2. So the same, drag lang natin si job security. So kasama si variable name hanggang sa last number. Sabi nga, for the mean difference, so this is always equivalent to 0. Then we check the label. So we can proceed now with the output range since naka-default naman si alpha dun sa 0.05. So hanap tayo ng lugar saang may blanco. So sa ilalim na lang ni ni output 1. Then we press here now. Okay. Yan. So we have here now the output. So if you notice, so kapareho lang siya ng output ni independent now sample details. So if we're going to modify now the result, so we follow the same format as in an independent now variable. Yeah. Independent t-test pala. Sorry, variable to. Yan. So, pag binodify natin siya, so, parehong-pareho ng forma niya from the independent ng sample ng t-test, di ba? Explain ko lang itong p-value, di ba? So, if you notice from the output, yung value ng p under the two-tailed would be 2.44149 times 10 raised now to the negative 6, di ba? Pag nire-write natin siya into normal form, so this is equivalent to the point 50.244,149, di ba? Pag ni-round off natin siya into 3 decimal places, ang makukuha natin sagot would be a 0.000. So, which means, so the value now of p would be of equal now to 0. But take note, di ba, after the 50, so there's still values. So, meaning to say, hindi siya equal to 0. And besides, as a rule of thumb, we do not write p to be of equal now to 0. So, pag ganito yung case, all you have to do is to present your p-value as p, so which is less than the 0.001. So, for the interpretation, so kino-compare lang natin din siya dun sa alpha. Since this one would be less than the alpha, ang interpretation natin significant. And this is how we go with the interpretation. Okay, any question or clarification? May question po sila? Kasi if none, so this ends now yung lecture natin for today. So next meeting, midterm exam natin. So the coverage would be the basic concept, so the descriptive analysis, the inferential analysis, so involving now t-test. So the format would be true or false, modified true or false, identification, and interpretation only. So wala pong calculation or manual calculation. So dala lang po kayo ng ballpen at pencil for the answer. So ipo-provide ko po yung answer sheet, so together with the test question. So for the class representative, so please look for the rooms sa next meeting po. So magkikita na rin tayo. So wala na pong question. So kung wala na pong question, isa-send ko po yung assessment tree doon sa Google Classroom po natin. So goodbye class and God bless you all po. So bye-bye po.
Bye, sir.
See you po.
Bye, sir.
Thank you po,
Thank you po,
sir.
sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.